Hey guys, what's up? So recently I've been getting a lot of questions about people asking me, how can I make my computer work better? How can I make it run faster? How can I prevent it from freezing? So I've did a little bit of thinking about this, and there's basically three things I would like to tell you that you can do that is not very hard. It's very simple. You can do it at home. Your computer could actually work better. You sometimes you might not see a big difference, and sometimes you can actually see a significant improvement in your computer's performance. Now, the three things that I'll be talking about are the auto runs, um, junk files in your registry, and your temp folder. That's temp folder. So, the first thing, auto runs. What are auto runs? Now, some softwares actually start up when your computer boots up, or when you turn on your computer. And it says Windows is starting up or loading or whatever. Some software starts there, and some of them are not necessarily needed, and they don't need to be there, but they're there. So how do you disable this, or how do you deal with that? If you go through your startup folder found on your computer, you might not see them. They might just be like a link or a registry entry or something like that. So how can you do this, or how can you deal with this? Now this is a nice little software. It's called Auto Runs, and by Sys Internals or something like that. Their website is right here, as you can see, where my mouse is. I'll put the link to this website in my description, so you can check it out. So this software allows you to enable or disable softwares that are actually in your startup. You might ask me, so how do I know what's needed and what's not needed? What I normally do is I look at the publisher and I look at the path, image path. Now, if you see something is in highlighted in red, it means that the link is broken and it's not supposed to be there. So you can deselect it. If you see something from a freaky publisher, like I use Intel, Microsoft, Adobe, and Google as like trusted publishers. That's my guideline. And Hewlett and Packard and or Dell or some crap like that. Those are all publishers that I would normally take seriously. But when you have some freaky name like Kwang or Kong or some crazy name as a publisher, you should Google it and see if it's really necessary for your computer to start up with. And if it's not necessarily, deselect it and go on. This program doesn't actually require for you to install it. It just runs just like that, and when you finish, you close it and it's good to go. Now this brings me to another thing, your registry. When I spoke about broken links, we can talk about more about that in the registry. Now the registry is basically, it contains a bunch of instructions and guidelines and protocols and stuff that enables your software to work efficiently. Now sometimes you might install and uninstall a software. When you uninstall the software, you might have a bunch of broken links or fragments of that software remaining on your computer. Now you don't want that, because your computer will be trying to execute these commands, and it won't be working because it doesn't exist, right? But this is gonna actually confuse your computer and make you sit there waiting for a software to load up when it's gonna take forever. So to fix this problem, I found a free software that is very good. It has great ratings, and I personally, as a technician, I use this a lot on people's computer, and it's called CC Cleaner. Now, CC Cleaner is perfect. It optimizes and it cleans your registry, and it actually fixes problems. So you really gotta check this out. All you gotta do is download, install, follow the simple instructions, and you're good to go. There is no problem. There is no hit, nothing. It's just straightforward. It's simple. I'm gonna add the link to this in the description, and you can check it out. Now lastly, I want to talk about your temp folder. Now your temp folder is actually this folder here, right? It has a bunch of this folder here. It has a bunch of junk in it. Like for example, don't get me wrong, the temp folder is actually important in some aspects, and it actually builds up a lot of junk over time too. The reason I'm saying that is because every time you visit a web page, there is clips from the web page that is stored in your temp. Even after you cut off your computer and restart it, it's still in your temp, right? And don't worry, your passwords are not stored here. Your password is stored somewhere else. So if you delete your temp, you're not actually going to be deleting your passwords from your browser. People have been saying that, but that's not true. Okay, so how do you clean your temp? Or why do you need to clean your temp? So after time, your temp could be a gig or 2 gig or 3 gigs or 4 gigs. It could be really big. And if you're a person who stores a lot of music and videos on your computer, 4 gigs is a lot of space for you. Sometimes you might have a 250 gigabyte hard drive, and you might have 200 gigs full. That extra 4 gig would mean a lot to you. It would mean your computer would respond a little bit quicker. So how do you clean your temp? Well, I found this cool software called PC Decrapifier. Yes, Decrapifier. I'm gonna highlight it. There's no joke. It's actually Decrapifier. So what this does is actually, once you download and install it, it's simple step-by-step instruction that tells you how to use it, and what to do and what to click on. It's very simple and straightforward. I use it a lot on my computers. I use it on my clients' computers, and it's very good. Again, you download, install, and you clean it. So once you do these 3 things, like you clean your registry, clean your auto run folder, and you clean your temp, your computer should improve. The speed of your computer should improve. And if it doesn't improve, it probably means that you have a virus or a malware or some auto run virus or something on your computer, which you should not on your own try to fix that. You should contact a technician and let him help you on that. Now that's all for now. If you like this video, please subscribe and like it. If you have any questions, you can just put it in the comments. I'll try to get back to you on that. And that's about it for now, man. I'm going to be coming out with some new videos soon, so stay in touch. Peace out.